Oh my gosh, you guys just missed it. I just wiped it away. I had schlag from my mascara, like all the way underneath my eye. Oh my gosh, crazy, crazy. I wish you guys could have just watched that. That was hilarious. The thing that's so funny is I literally just had like a 10-minute conversation with this lady. Her husband is Bob. You guys have heard me talk about Bob. Bob is my amazing friend who has one leg, and he's awesome. He's so awesome, and his wife is just as awesome as he is. All right, you guys, remember to drink water. I want to show you the heat. So here's my thing that holds my camera. Okay, and look how hot it is. It's so hot. This just melted off. This little piece is supposed to stick in here, and can you see that? Like, it totally melted off. Is that just like crazy, you guys? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, I guess what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to glue it back. I'm sure it's gonna happen all over again. Anyway, so thumbs up, thumbs down, the angle on this one. We'll try this one. That one that melted, I bought that from, like, that was expensive. Well, not expensive, but you know what I mean. The one I'm using right now is good. It's from the dollar store, the 99-cent store. Good old 99-cent store. Go 99-cent store. So you guys, fearless. I want to be fearless. That's this vlog. The name of this vlog is Living Fearlessly. Living Fearlessly. So, how about that? Living Fearlessly. Isn't that cool? I love that expression. It was on one of my songs that I was listening to as I was training, and I loved it. I wrote it down. I was like, it's something about being fearless, but I was like, ooh, I love that. I'm gonna use that in my title, Living Fearlessly. So you guys, we have to create lives that we are living fearlessly, and part of, gosh, we're just like green, green, green. I mean, go green. Go green. Go green. Go green. Go green. Anyway, you guys, do you like that boob shot? Oh, living fearlessly. Okay, so how can we live fearlessly as a channel, Kitafit YouTube channel that's just all about being a champion for women? How can we live totally fearlessly? Well, I say the first way to live fearlessly is to come face to face and have a reckoning with all your greatest fears. So what are your greatest fears? What are those things that can sometimes paralyze you? And then what I say is you take those elements of fear, I guess you could say, and then try, well, no, don't try. I don't ever use that word, T-R-Y. And let me tell you why I don't use that word, T-R-Y. I know a lot of people go, oh, well, I'm just gonna try, or just try. I had this coach one time said to me, he said, he gave me a pencil and he put the pencil in my hand and he said, try to pick up the pencil. And I looked at him and I picked it up and he goes, no, you picked up the pen. I want you to try to pick up the pen. So then he put the pen back in my hand, and I kind of stood over the pen for a while with my hand, and then I picked it. He goes, no, you picked it up. Try and pick it up. So his whole definition of try was like in the process of. You're in the process, but you haven't accomplished it. Doing it accomplishes it. So it's really funny. It's not funny, but he really believed, and I believe, and a lot of my coaches were really into languaging and accomplishment and accomplishing your goal. So if we set a goal, the goal is to accomplish the goal, not to try and accomplish the goal. Because if you try and accomplish the goal, you're not going to accomplish the goal. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds like a matter of semantics. The other thing, and my mom taught me this, is the BUT word. I don't use it. You'll hardly ever hear me use that word. I'll always use the word and. So, and then the other word I don't use is NOT. I will always use the word do. So it's interesting because this could just be all like neurolinguistic programming and just like syntax of words and things like that. But I find that in life, if you want to be fearless, you got to watch the way, you know, just speak in very strong affirmations, speak in ways in which you are accomplishing your goals, you're going after your goals. But the first thing I believe in living fearlessly is to, you know, come face to face with your deepest, darkest demons. And no one has to know that you're doing that. It can be a Friday night. You could get out a notebook and you could write down what are all those things that bring you great fear. And then what you can do, which we did about a month ago, is we had a big old bonfire and we took all of those fears down and we roasted them. We threw them in the fire and we had a fire dance. And you know, if you don't have an area for a fire, get a big bowl out and write all your stuff down on a piece of paper and throw your piece of paper in the bowl and light the bowl. Again, this is just, you know, I'm just giving you ideas. I'm not telling you to burn your house down or anything like that. I'm telling you to do it in a way that can, like, you know, get rid of your angst around that. I'm gonna share something with you that was really, it's very personal, and it was really something that was like hard to do, but I had to do it. A lot of you, I've shared in a lot of situations with you guys, but I haven't really gone into too much detail just because I want to, you know, I want to protect my family. So when I talk about my family, I try to keep it as respectful and in good terms. But there was a time that I had a really, really hard time with my mom. We were going through a really, really difficult time. And yeah, just a really, I'll just leave it at that. And when I went through that time, it was so painful for me to just imagine the circumstances and the way things were, that I literally in my heart I had to celebrate the mother that I had, and I had to but I also had to separate her from I couldn't allow her to continue to hurt me like she was. You guys, I'm so sorry, the sun is just blasting on my face. There's no angle I can get this camera, so I'll try to do stuff in the editing, but I'm sorry about that being so bright. But you guys, I know this is so sad, but I'm just telling you what worked for me in that moment. I literally had to let her go, and I had to write her down, and I had a burning party over that. And I gave her to God, and I totally, it was like I had a little funeral. I just said, Lord, the mother that I've always wanted and the mother that I wished I had, I don't have. Try to put that down, maybe that'll help. And I'm mourning that, and I'm sad about that. So I just wrote her name down and put it in the fire. And that was like, gosh, I want to say it was almost 20 years ago I did that. But it's funny because now God has brought we have an amazing relationship. Now, when I say amazing relationship, it is not like Ozzy and Harriet. Shout out to anybody that understands the Ozzy and Harriet, the Ozzy and Harriet reference. But anyway, write in the comments below who Ozzy and Harriet is. Do you know who Ozzy and Harriet is? Anyway, we just have a totally real relationship now, really authentic, and it's amazing. We have an amazing relationship. It's so challenging sometimes. But anyway, living fearlessly, I think it really requires looking into the deepest, darkest aspects of your soul and you know, doing some work in that area. Not just like brushing it off. Like, you gotta go in and do the work. And what do I mean by do the work? I mean, bring it into the light. If you don't have the tools in which to master it, give it to God. He has the tools. But just get it out of your, you know, like, it's like a root. You know, if you ever, any gardeners out there, shout out to my gardeners. If you've ever like tried to dig up a dandelion root, they're just, those babies are not, I mean, shout out to dandelions. Those are not, those guys are not wimps. They will like go down a foot down, and then they spread, and then they go. And the thing is, you think you got it, and then after a good old rain, you look over to where that weed was, and it comes back up again. That's what I just love. If you ever want to call me a weed, you can. Anyway, you guys, for some reason the heat is like so hot, it shut my whole phone just shut off. But anyway, shout out to all the weeds out there. I would love to be a weed any day, because I think weeds are amazing. They grow, and they are fearless. Weeds are fearless. They grow anywhere. I remember when I was living in New York, I was missing the Midwest so much, and I was missing family and friends. And you guys, I was walking down the sidewalk, and there was this full-on dandelion that was growing through the sidewalk. And I stopped, and I looked at that dandelion, and I had so much respect for that dandelion. I was like, wow. If I ever want to be considered amazing and a leader, do you know what I would do? I would shout out, literally shout out to all my dandelions, all my dandelion souls out there, because I'm telling you, you will grow where nobody else will grow. And that's, I just think that's like awesome. Anyway, you guys, so shout out to my weeds, shout out to my As and Harriets. But you want to live fearlessly? Look your darkness. Look at your deepest set of darkness within yourself and do some work on it. And whatever helps you with that. For me, it's just connecting with it. It's coming face to face with it, and it's acknowledging what that fear is and not allowing it to beat you. So here's to looking fear in the face and defying all odds and living a life fearlessly. Just being a fearless spirit out in the world. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Remember to stand in your light, to stand in your truth, and above all else, be a warrior. I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye. Mwah.